I would die. Alrighty then. You ready to start?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Starting in 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Koku's here with Saku and Rosh and we are continuing Ace Attorney Investigations.
Hello.
No longer Ghost Coco, real Coco.
Real Coco.
That sounds tasty. I want real Coco. Right, let's get this logic going. The killer used the pushcart to transport the body, which means they had to remove the samurai dogs from within it first. Therefore, the samurai dogs that were piled up on the dressing room floor were most likely taken out of the pushcart by the killer.
Can I just say, and I know this is late in the day to say it, but every time I see the word samurai, I read it in my head the way Aku says it from Samurai Jack. Glorious ancient samurai warrior.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
With flaming eyebrows.
Don't I legit love Aku?
Yes.
Me too.
I had a friend who never got into Dream with RP who was like, I'm actually kind of tempted to make an Aku journal and thread with you.
Oh my goodness. Join us.
Bad, though. Sad.
Oh, there's still time. Remember that thing you told me 10 years ago that you might do? Please do it. Okay. Right, taking from the dressing room the fan's rising sun is Phil. Reason. Let me just use my super logic powers.
My brain.
That which should not exist. This box of samurai dogs with a Hinomaru on it. If this red rising sun was filled in when the killer was busy removing dogs from the pushcart, then it's proof that the murder took place in the dressing room. As long as this red substance turns out to be what I believe it to be. I'm back, everyone.
Oh,
Everybody
no.
come back in.
Oh,
I have
cool, he's
returned.
back. Okay. Sorry, thanks for the sake, sis.
Wendy, oh, back. I thank you. What you have given to me is truly something of...
Mr. Edgeworth, are you sure you're feeling okay, sir? You were gone a long time.
I'm just not going to answer that. Mr. Albert, as I suspected, you killed Mr. Cochin in the dressing room.
And how many times must I listen to you repeat yourself? Haven't you figured it out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue to cooperate is with some definitive evidence.
That arrogance, that self-confidence. You believe that you've erased every piece of evidence that could incriminate you. I really thought he was going to say, you believe that you're me, don't you? However, there remains one piece here, and it's what will put you away for good.
Ha! You're bluffing! Oh, hey, Mr. Prosecutor! Sounds like you finally found them.
My balls.
You finally found the fags you need to go for this guy's jugular.
That's way cooler.
So tell us, what about this box of samurai dogs that's gonna put the old man away?
The trace evidence that will bring him down. Why, it's here, of course. And then the fly unzipping sound effect. As always, every time someone says that, it needs to happen. This box of samurai dogs with the rising sun fan on it. This should never have existed.
It's an abomination! So it should never have existed is so, like, eldritch to say.
Yeah.
At first I thought it was just a Chinese knockoff samurai dog. Actually, it's evidence. So I want you all to take a good look at this red spot. It's a single drop of blood.
What? Blood, you say?
Agent Lang, I'd like this blood analyzed post-haste. Please don't lick it.
I've got to admit I'm a bit surprised. I can't believe we found blood in a place like this. Wait, I can't lick it?
No.
Hey you, get this down to the lab, pronto!
But why was there blood on that box to begin with?
If we think about the flow of the crime, I think the reason will become obvious.
Ancient samurai warrior. Sorry. Still thinking about Aku. And now I will focus on the Ku.
Aww.
Larry, you said that you transported the samurai dogs with the pushcart, correct?
What if Deku is Aku?
Don't give away my secret!
I mean, Aku as a shapeshifter. Oh, yeah! You have a great memory, Edgy. The pushcart was a bit too big for my son, you know what I mean? So, to make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. I figured the samurai dogs were there, so I used them to fill up the cart. Hey Larry, you were pushing a dead body around all night.
If what Larry says is true, then what were the boxes doing on the floor?
Yeah, I see. The killer took them out in order to place the body in the pushcart.
Exactly. And that is when I believe the victim's blood found its way onto that box.
But when my men investigated that room, not a single box of samurai dogs was in there. Because the embassy staff members had already confiscated them.
Yes. No doubt to hide the evidence of the murder.
It's a good thing Miss Oldbag managed to steal that one box before they got to them, huh? Looks like Miss Oldbag also managed to put this great thief to shame.
What a scandalous way you're putting that! Sorry, she went Laura again. What a scandalous way you're putting that! I didn't steal, I received it from myself!
Quercus Alba, I'd say this was one of your very fatal oversights.
Stab him!
Put this to. Sorry to rain on your little love fest, however.
How can he be so self-confident in a no-win situation for this?
Even if that blood turns out to belong to Mr. Cochin, then what?
So, Mr. Edgeworth, it sounds like he's not ready to call it quits yet.
Okay, could you do that uppercut, maybe? How far apart from us is he?
Just forget about the 2 meters and get over there. The sole piece of evidence that was left at the scene of the crime. That alone has shed light on a new fact. At the very least, we now have proof that the murder occurred in the dressing room.
You sound like it means something.
Huh? Excuse
me,
sirs.
Sobs! Oh, sorry, Coco, you take this. I'm voicing everyone.
Yeah.
Report! What were the results of the analysis?
Sir, the analysis came back and confirmed that the red substance is blood.
I knew it! With this, Quercus Alba! I'm gonna bite that man's throat until I feel my teeth meet in it!
I think I just came. Sorry.
I wasn't expecting that, sorry.
Just the deadpan way you said it.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you alright? Do you need 5 minutes in the bathroom to clean? Sorry.
I'm
Mr.
fine, this
Edgeworth.
happens.
Mr.
Happens all the
Edgeworth,
time. Sorry.
It's alright. Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might humor my question.
Your question.
The one from before, have you forgotten? Even if that is Mr. Cochin's blood, what difference would it make? Like we already told you, it proves that the crime scene was that dressing room. But it doesn't prove that I am your killer, does it? That's...
He has a very good point.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't! The blood on that box doesn't prove that Mr. Albert is the killer.
Then, this evidence, it's meaningless?
Can't be. We were so close, sir.
Slap.
I wanna smack that smug look off his face. Come on, there's gotta be something we can do.
Yeah, we could
Well,
slap
Coco,
the look
that
off his
was really
face.
badly acted because that was just you.
Yeah. Yep.
Slap him! We finally found a solid piece of evidence. There must be something I can expose. Oh, he's gone again. Ah! I can't think of a single thing.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way.
Now that I'm done laughing.
Just let it end.
Who was that? It's too late. I won't allow anyone to stop me now. It wasn't me, Paul. And it wasn't me this time either. Wasn't me either.
I have no idea.
Who
this
is me? Who is it? Why did you?
Mike?
Oh,
Mike? Did you come to our rescue, Mike? Oh no, Mike was the receptionist. This is the forensics guy.
maybe he's one of Mike's relatives. It's his brother. Yeah.
I like that I could have just gone for Ike.
Because I haven't finished reporting everything to you yet, sir.
There's more. He grabs him by the lapels, is like, spit it out, what is it, man?
What? Spit it out!
Yes, sir. The blood I mentioned. It's not of the same blood type as the victim's blood. No!
What?
What do you mean it's not the same type? You mean it's not the victim's blood? If it isn't his, then who the hell is it?
I don't know, sir! All I know is that it's not the same blood type as the victim, sir. What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? I have no idea what's what anymore.
Neither do I.
My, what an amusing turn of events! That blood drop proved something true, alright. Namely, my words.
And which of your words would that be?
The ones where I said your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless.
I don't like those words. I don't like those funny words.
That blood has nothing to do with the murder investigation whatsoever. Need I remind you that the blood got onto that box long before it entered my embassy?
What sort of nonsense?
Yeah, it's blood, pal. There's no way that's not related to the murder. Oh, sorry, that's me. So you would like to believe? But what if someone preparing the samurai dogs had a small nosebleed? What then? I guess that's possible.
Sure.
Damn it! Have we been wasting time on a red herring? The blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to the case. That should be clue enough. Quercus Alba, you bastard!
Whoa! Did you just say
Sorry.
bastard in this Ace Attorney game?
In my Christian Ace Attorney game, did he just say a cuss?
Lang, you
Silence!
filthy boy.
Don't you ever address me with such a filthy word again.
I am the manager of this game.
I've wasted enough time with you, and you have your answers. Now let me through. Alba, it doesn't matter where you went off to. You'll never escape me. Someday, I'll have the satisfaction of sinking my fangs into you. You'll see.
Don't give him that privilege.
He does not deserve it.
And all of Interpol will be behind me, working to see that it... Sorry. And all of Interpol will be behind me, working to see to it that that day comes. Do you know what your words sound like to me? They sound like the whinings of a pathetic loser of a butt.
Ah, slap him. Is this really the extent of all we can do? Is the blood really from someone completely unrelated to the case?
What is obviously him? Come on, guys.
Or is there another possibility? Are there other people in the world that exist that have blood? Possibly in this room. Someone else other than the victim. Just when I thought I had him backed into a corner, it's I who've been backed into one. In a situation like this, what would that man do? What would he who can turn any desperate situation around do? Turn it around. That's it. I must turn my way of thinking around. I will do turnabout thinking. It's not whose blood is this. It's whose this is blood. whose blood could get out onto the box like this, and if I think about it that way, if the blood got onto the box when the body was being placed into the pushcart, then the owner of said blood must have been in the dressing room at the time. And there is only one person that could be.
Well, trying so hard. It's because of you kids that I was removed from center stage. And will be forced to live out the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately. But it's not a total loss, as the underworld will allow me more freedom than you'll ever know.
That's
Bitch.
something a good person says.
Yeah, right? Freedom, like what the raven feels as it flies through the dark night sky. You can't lay a finger on me. Not now, or ever.
I have a pointy, pokey finger for just this reason.
The arm of the law is powerless before me.
Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you.
What do you mean?
Allow me to describe you in one word. Bitch.
Pitiful? How so? I decided it would be funnier to go with the actual word.
Quercus alba, your wings were clipped long ago.
Huh?
And for someone who is trying to fly away on them without knowing that fact, pitiful is the perfect word to describe you.
Mere words.
What do you mean by his wings were clipped, Mr. Edgeworth?
Just what do you think it means, Kay? We had already caught him in our trap a while back. With an incredibly powerful, definitive piece of evidence.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, care to speak in English? What are you talking about? What piece of evidence?
Just gives Lang a paddy whack while we're waiting. The piece I
Oh.
speak of is, of course, this drop of blood.
But we know that it's not from the victim. I don't see how it remained relevant to the case at all.
Ms. Von Karma, I believe that is exactly why it's very important to the case. And the part that is the most important is the fact that it's not the victim's blood. You're looking a little pale. Good. Then I believe you're already aware of what I mean.
Then, you know who the blood belongs to?
Of course I do. This piece of evidence is the irrefutable proof that will stop the killer in his tracks. Have you guys seen Shutter Island?
No, I haven't.
They're like, the twist in that movie is that it's all a big simulation. Like, get this one guy to work through his trauma. And I'm like, is this all just a big setup for Edgeworth? Like, everyone's pretending that he's a prosecutor so he can work through his trauma.
Maybe, yeah.
The blood that soiled this box of samurai dogs belongs to this person. The blood of the rising sun of this box belongs to you, Quercus alba.
What?
What?
Why is his blood on the box of samurai dogs?
Because
not
he
even-
bloody loved them.
Oh, okay.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
I see why you don't joke often, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, I'll leave it to you from now on, Kay. The blood fell onto the box when Mr. Kutchin's body was being loaded into the pushcart. I'm very tired. At that time, the only two people in the dressing room were the victim and his killer.
It's alright if Edgeworth's tired. Haven't they been doing this for like 7 hours? It's like 4 in the morning or something.
The alphabet stopped making sense at this point.
So that's what you mean. The blood, if the blood doesn't belong to the victim.
Sorry, I had real trouble with that sentence.
Lang's also very tired.
Then there is only one other person it could belong to.
Ms. Von Karma,
Yes.
sharp as ever.
And that person is the murderer himself. That's the only logical conclusion.
But Mr. Cochin was the one who was stabbed, sir. Why would Mr. Alba have been the one who was bleeding?
What if during the murder Mr. Kochin had fought back?
You mean if before Mr. Alba could kill him, Mr. Colchin managed to wound Mr. Alba?
Yes, and I believe we have a piece of evidence that proves he was bleeding then. Punches him in the face and is like, see, he's bleeding. He's been bleeding this whole time.
Gosh, you know, I wonder if it's the one where, where he showed us his gunshot wound.
Yeah,
Nah,
I wonder.
can't be.
No.
Oh, he was stabbed, he wasn't shot. Sorry.
Mr. Alba, you bear on your body. What? Wait, what? I read that so wrong. You bear on your body a great wound.
That was from when Dimas II attacked me with a pair of scissors.
A likely story.
Yeah, and that happened way after he was in the dressing room.
But is that what really happened? You could manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it, so I can't just accept that as fact. Shall we try a test, Mr. Alba, to see if the shape of your wound matches the scissors?
You really are something else, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip you by, no matter how insignificant the possibility.
You're one to talk, Mr. Alba. You've managed to give the law a slip for 10 years as the smuggling ring's leader. No matter the danger, you can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety. You truly are one-of-a-kind criminal.
I am the master of my fear. However, to think that a person such as you could commit such a large thing.
You believe I've overlooked something?
You said that my wound was caused by Mr. Cochin. And that it was caused here in one of the theater's dressing rooms, right?
Yes, that is correct.
I'd like to point out that it's simply not possible. My wound is a stab wound, and one that could only have come from a blade. I wonder where you propose that such a weapon came from.
This theater was packed with security guards.
Oh my god, Kate, you know about the key.
It would have been impossible for anyone to come into this area with a weapon of any sort.
You don't have an excuse either.
Just as Mr. Alba was able to bring in the Alabastian knife and a bouquet. There must have been some other way to sneak in a weapon of some sort. Oh, but as long as you can't prove what that other way is. Oh, your talk about Mr. Cochin stabbing me is pure nonsense. So if that other way does exist, you'd better hurry and tell me now.
With pleasure.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't even have to go away this time. I already know. This piece of evidence shows how Mr. Cochin brought a weapon into this theater. Like, this is something that players may have forgotten, that he could have had to go into his mind. Among law enforcement, this piece is known as the Yatagarasu's key.
That key!
That's the key that stole my father here 7 years ago. That's the key that my father stole from here 7 years ago.
Kate's very tired as well.
Yes.
It's past
She
her bedtime.
had an 8-hour stream last night.
Oh, poor Kay. I bet she was fabulous. And it is very unique in that it is both a key and a knife. Meaning that under the guise of a key it could have easily been brought into the theater. You couldn't dispose of the knife that stabbed you. Therefore, you wiped off the blood and placed it back in Mr. Cochin's pocket. After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. And inside that safe there was a document about Kodopian paper, signed by Mr. Cochin. In order to make it look like Mr. Cochin died as the leader of the smuggling ring, you had to make it so that the police were the ones who opened that office safe. All that hard work to save yourself only served to destroy. Shall we try matching this knife's blade with your wound, Mr. Quercus Alba? And that is what some may call the coup de grace.
Impossible. You can't take me down. Swine, all of you. Especially Manny Kuchin. This is all because of that man's betrayal. He sought to steal control of the smuggling ring from me by removing me as ambassador. Which is why I deserve to die while I bury the guilt for all my crimes for me.
Oh, thank God!
That's why I sent out the Yatagarasu's card, and how this incident was born. Manny was supposed to be the smuggling ring's leader who was killed by the Yatagarasu. But I had yet another reason, yet another story that was supposed to play out.
No, that's okay. That's okay. We've had enough.
Manny's death was supposed to bring everything to a close.
Close sounds
But
good.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling prosecutors.
I like that. Well done, translators.
Mr. Alva, I'm afraid there is one question I forgot to ask. This country's, or Alabast's, which country's court would you like to face first? Either way, it's a game over for you.
Ugh.
Grim mask of death.
Wow. He used up all his powers.
March 17th, 11:21 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
This isn't actually a time skip. This is literally right after that scene. That's how long that took.
Wow. Yeah, we haven't even been to sleep yet.
This is it. The big day. It's Mr. Albal's trial today.
And next week he's scheduled to stand trial in his own country at last. Francisca's heading that one. I suspect she'll be serving a full course of whiplashes at it.
To face Miss Von Karma in court right after facing you, sir.
Don't you dare sympathize with him, Gumshoe.
Ugh. I don't even want to think of what that would be like.
Alright, that's
I
fine.
just don't have that submissive thing in me, sir. I'm sorry. I caught a glimpse of Mr. Alba as he's being escorted into the courthouse. And boy, he looked about as glum as I do the day before I get my monthly paycheck. You know, I've been thinking. That flight attendant, even Mr. Portsman were all Mr. Alba's secret agents.
Correct. That smuggling ring was the common thread between all of the incidents.
Just in case the players forgot with how fucking long that took.
Cami Mealy was to provide support during the smugglings, using her job as an attendant. And Mr. Portsman was to manipulate trials related to end in their favour.
Oh, I fly airlines and even the prosecutor's office. No one was safe from the smuggling ring, huh, sir?
I suspect that there are even more members of this ring spread throughout the world.
Please don't ever say ring spread. Yeah, it sounds like such a big op that I can't even begin to imagine what it's like.
What is it, Detective?
Oh, nothing. It's just, well, come to think of it, Mr. Ernest Armano's trial is also scheduled for later today, sir.
I'm aware of that. Mr. Romano has been working with the smuggling ring now for over 10 years. He used the Amano Group's various connections worldwide to assist the Ring. But all of that has come to an end, as his conglomerate is now undergoing harsh scrutiny. I owe Mr. Amano a debt of gratitude, but he must pay his debt to society.
Both Mr. Alba and Mr. Amano. I guess that about wraps up the KGA incident as well, huh?
I suppose so. The real killer in the KG-8 incident 10 years ago was Manny Kochen. And 7 years ago, the killer in the second KG-8 incident, Mac Ro- Those two facts are the unshakable truth. However, it seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding the other truths from us. And I will expose it all at the trials today.
You're solving cases left and right today, sir, aren't you?
CCU, indeed man. Perhaps now these two brave souls who tried to make the truth known can rest in peace. By the way, I received some gifts from Ambassador Pallieno. Shrimp, crab, beef. I don't need any of these, so I'm giving them to you.
What? Seriously, sir? Actual food? Wait, actually, I don't think I want them anymore. The way you're holding them, don't tell me they're just coupons, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, have you not read the paper recently? Ever since the two countries became Codopia again, its economy has changed.
Really?
And it seems Ambassador Pallieno has reaped a few benefits of his own from it.
Do you mean he finally got that thing that when he leant over, like his sinuses all filled up and he spoke in that really weird congested voice, but when he straightened up they drained, he could speak normally? Did he get that fixed?
I believe he may have. There's hope for him yet. He has been announced as the official ambassador to Codopia.
But what a pity. Even though every item he sent is a treasure, you don't seem all that interested. Well, if you don't want them... What? Alright, I thought this was Kay. Maybe she's like...
pretending to be Edgeworth,
yeah. Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant Kay.
Wait! That's not what I said. So, Mr. Edgeworth, please let me have them, sir. Actually, come to think of it, where is Kay? How come she's still not here?
Hey, you gotta be more alert than that. I can't believe you didn't notice. I was even mimicking Mr. Edgeworth's voice for a bit.
I totally didn't notice you. I didn't realise that voice was you. I was thinking about beef and crab.
Food.
That's what happens to me all the time. I'm thinking about beef, I get distracted.
Long she says, ferocious love blooms with each new spring.
Agent Lang, a pleasant surprise to see you here.
It's been a long time since I set foot in a courthouse, but I wasn't gonna miss. Watching the guy who screwed up my country finally get what's coming to him. Hey, did you ever figure out the mystery of how these things stay on my face? Well, that and something else. I want to see you in action in court.
La la.
Is that so, Agent Lang?
Saki, you sounded so gleeful.
Yeah. They're friends now.
We flushed out all of the counterfeit bills, so Xingfa is finally at peace again. And it's all thanks to you, so I just want to say... thanks.
Wow, I never thought I'd see the day old Wolfie says thanks to Mr. Edgeworth.
I should be the one thanking you, Agent Lang. If you hadn't negated Mr. Alva's extraterrestrial rights,
Territorial, but I'll let it slide.
I would not have been able to bring him to the trial. I believe the Viceroy belongs to the both of us in this case.
Whoa, I'm not sharing a guy with you.
But Phoenix is at home waiting.
He's not the Viceroy.
That's just his code name in bed.
A shared victory, huh? Look, don't get me wrong. I'll still never forgive you prosecutors. And I have zero interest in that truth thing you talk about in court. I've always done things my own way, and that's not about to change. You got that?
I see. Well, I believe you should follow your own creed when you do your job.
Yeah, and if there's ever someone your precious truth can't catch, feel free to sit around and cry about it all you want. I love lying. But as for me, I'm gonna get that person no matter what.
Good puppy. Alright. It's about time for the trial to start. I will see you later.
I've been watching your performance from the gallery. I'm looking forward to this. I prepared a whole ton of ticker tape for today's victory, sir.
I'll help throw some around when Mr. Edgeworth wins.
Hope you've got enough, because I'm gonna go call my men up as well.
A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way. The scene shifts to the courtroom, and the final act of this long tale begins. The legend of the great thief Yatagaratsu. It's the story of those who chose to dedicate their lives to something. Prosecutors are those who seek guilty verdict for the defenders they meet, and to that end you have no choice but to win by any means necessary. The creed was forced on me since I was very young. However, I no longer think that is all we prosecutors are, and that is because...
That man.
I think that he went someplace again, so everybody left. Even though I've only been away from the courtroom for a short time, I feel as though it's been a lifetime. And today, more than any other day, I feel the flight within me rising.
Yay!
I couldn't read those words quick enough. I made so many errors, I apologize.
Miss Tenero went on to become a robot. I'm really in Mr. Edgeworth. Thanks to him, I'm still free to serve in the friendly blue skies. Oh, so about my suitcases. I've been selling them on the internet, and they've become a real sensation. Thanks to the praise that the art world has lavished on my work as being truly postmodern. The airline has chosen me to design their new line of iFly jumbo jets. Just think, someday you will be able to take a ride in my pink-walled, yellow-seated jet.
That does sound kind of fun. Fun.
Please?
We should have had him
Edgeworth.
around to punch the
The
other guy.
rudeness of a rude man. Because of him, my time and money is wasted. And more importantly, I have received a truly fantastic treasure recently. The Prima Duck statue of the Principality of Godopia. It weighs a bit light in my hand, but the Ambassador Paliano was most generous.
Good job.
Yeah, sure, give him the fake. Ms. Von Karma
We
went on to become
finally
a... Oh,
caught
sorry, she
Agent
already was.
Hing's killer, and I was able to witness Mr. Alba's. It feels good to finally bring everything to a close. I received another offer from Interpol to work another case in cooperation with them. However, the Kodopian courts await.
Yeah. Damn right.
Kodopia's air is supposed to be very fresh, so my whip should find new vigor there.
Damn. Kate went on to become a cowboy.
Yes.
I can't remember who
This
Meekins
little
was.
patrol man has been fired as of today. I thought I was safe since we found the gun I had dropped. But I hadn't noticed that I had dropped my police badge too. I guess what really broke the camel's back was that I couldn't find my badge. My little life has suddenly tripped into a dark black hole, sir. I think I'll go back to the courthouse and file a complaint with Ruffles, man.
Officer Meekins went on to become Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Was in this game too!
Yeah.
I was actually hoping to talk to Mr. Edgeworth a bit more than I did. But I've got to get going and return to Europe. I've still got a long way to go and a lot of stuff to study there. Next time I help Mr. Edgeworth on a case, I'm going to do it as a real forensic scientist. I'm sure he's going to need all the help I can give him scientifically.
Yeah.
Emma went on to become Kay's girlfriend.
Yes. We
Yay!
can shake snackoos together.
Oh, her.
Lollipops.
Because the kidnapping was staged, I was let off easy.
But I won't be going outside much anytime soon, but that's really okay. The only prison I'm forever trapped in is the cage of love. The guard down at the detention center. Well, when he's on guard duty, he has such a cold look in his eyes. Just like that prosecutor. Oh, stop it, Lauren! When will you ever learn to stop being a prisoner of love?
Me, whenever I see a
Pops
male
went on to
character.
Lauren Pops went on to seek therapy.
Whoa, Gumshoe! Good job,
Agent
buddy.
Gumshoe went on to get sued.
Assault and battery, but it appears there are all sorts of drama that takes place out. I don't know, I've never seen it, since we judges are here in, day out. But apparently Mr. Edgeworth teamed up with a thief and became a detective. Maybe I should team up with a bailiff and try to become a lawyer or something. Yes.
The judge went on to become a supervillain.
His own TV show and starred in it and directed it. Ouch! Well, let's all smack ourselves in some manner.
Ow! That was you, Saku, remember?
Mm-hmm. I remember.
Whew, I barely escaped death yet again!
Yeah, but boy, we're really lucky to have Mr. Edgeworth help us out, huh?
Yeah, but because I lost the key, I got fired from my security guard job.
Let it get you down, Maggie. You've still got me.
You're right, sir. I won't be sad. I'm gonna pick myself up and get through this. I wonder what my next job should be. Ooh, this is actually kind of fun.
Bird went on to eat crab and beef with Gumshoe.
Yes! Crab and beef, damn it. Both things. Oh, yay! Give her a round of applause.
Why not come to Kowofia for your summer vacation? We have coupons aplenty. Right now, our embassy is proud to present our Let's Investigate a Murder show. Although recreating that particular case has created a few small fires of its own, we had a few problems with the fire marshals. When the next event will be great. It will be an attraction entitled Capture the Yatagarasu. Of course, I hope to enlist Kay's help in creating our latest attraction.
Yay!
Mr. Palanio went on to get that issue fully resolved later.
Lordy.
I can't believe Mindy ditched me and went to Japan. But it's okay, because that's how I met Miaru. We're planning to go to Paris soon and start a business. We're going to sell blue ocean dogs. They'll sell like hotcake hot dogs for sure. A blue hot dog and a blue bun, I guarantee it'll turn your tongue and your face blue. I know I'm not really the type to work a lot or at all really, but... Oh, so I noticed that I really haven't seen the guy in the blue suit at all recently.
To Sonic?
What's up? Well, next time we meet, I'm gonna make him eat one of my dogs.
Hmm.
You mean
Larry
your
went
best
on to
friend?
continue being a blade on this earth.
The guy in the blue suit, I can't remember his name. He's only, saved me from going to prison several times.
Don't actually have the money to use Phoenix's name in this game, but...
Today I gave testimony in court. Today? What? I was so thrown off by that I'm like, what?
Yo, Mr. Bad, you look well, all things considered. By the way, have you noticed the elements within the ring have begun moving?
They're probably fighting over who should succeed. Over who should be the next boss. Although, to be honest, I wish I could forget I'd ever heard of that smuggling ring.
Long Shi says, thoroughly bite the poisonous snake from head to tail. No one runs afoul of the law and escapes this wolf's fangs. I'll get you all yet!
Ah, youth. When did I become so old, I wonder? I've begun noticing the gray hairs in my beard more. I'm thinking of retiring my mirror.
Agent Bad went on to finally finish that lollipop.
And then he sued Willy Wonka. And it wasn't everlasting after all.
I was the Pink Princess and the Pink Badger, all in the span of 2 days. Talk about busy! But it's alright, because I got a letter from my beloved Edgy Poo. Please take care of your hip, and when you wish to speak, first take off your headpiece. What does he mean by that last statement? It's not like I enjoy being under the headpiece every time I see him, or there's some creepy fuzzy pink animal, and then I was the Pink Princess, grey hair and justice, but ever since I'm a young maid and stylish out of my head, maybe around now I'll wear my own costume or something, but that just sounds like a terrible idea.
Miss Oldbag went on to consume all the Eldritch horror gods.
I'm just taking back what's mine. March 17, 4:33 p.m. High Prosecutor's Offices, room 1202.
Ooh, I feel so much better now that the trial's over! And as always, your legal prowess was top-notch, sir.
Yeah, and nothing beats the look on Mr. Alba's face when you revealed the ring's secrets. I was amazed. You're like a totally different person when you step into a courtroom.
I was 10 times fiercer in court.
Based on the information Mr. Alba offered up, they'd begun a large-scale operations to clean up the rest of the ring, which I'm happy to leave to Francisca and Agent Le.
So what are your plans now, Kay?
Huh? Oh, well, we've taken care of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey, I know! Maybe I'll just keep on being Mr. Edgeworth's assistant.
Are you still trying to steal my job, pal?
Just kidding, just kidding. I can't steal something so important to you, Gummy.
Leaf.
Kay,
Yeah?
even after all that's happened, are you still planning to become a great thief?
Of course. But I don't want to tarnish the legend of the noble Yatagarasu. So I'm going to hold off on doing anything until I make a tight 3-person team of my own.
Thinking that Emma girl. A 3-person team?
A 3-person team of young beauties the same age as me, if possible.
with those criteria, I highly doubt you'll find the 2 other people you need.
It's not like there are plenty of other girls your age who are, main characters in this series.
Nah.
My father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's what was so noble about him. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, the only things I will ever steal are the truths that have been hidden away. I'm going to work extra hard to make a world where the Yatagarasu isn't needed.
Let's both strive for such a future.
Well, I guess it's time for me to get going.
I see.
Hey, keep your chin up and stay strong, okay? And don't be a stranger.
Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll be sure to break the lock on the window and sneak in.
If you could, I'd appreciate it if you came in through the building's front door.
Eh,
It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. The lock on my window at home has been broken for forever.
oh,
It's actually less than a window and more of a gaping hole in the wall.
by the way, Mr. Edgeworth, you should, maybe raise his salary. Just as a suggestion.
Let's
What?
just not speak about this in front of him.
One last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture, just the 3 of us.
Yeah, a commemorative photo. Every big case has to end with one.
No.
Hey, why not?
Don't tell me you're camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth.
Of course not, Detective. I just don't have a reflection.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm taking the picture now. Hey, come back here!
Edgeworth, you can't run away from us, sir.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Stop that. I can't be seen doing that.
Okay, I'm totally taking it now. Say cheese!
Jeez.
And thus the long tale of the KG-8 incident came to a close. I saw the demise of a smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. But there is little time to rest and relax, for I am eager to tackle the investigation into a new case. The reason for my eagerness is I want to pursue the truth, and I want to believe in the strength of those who use the power of the law for good. As someone who has chosen to live my life as a prosecutor, that is my new creed.
Aww,
Yeah!
it's so cute.
Well, that is the end of Ace Attorney Investigations.
My goodness gracious!
Well done, guys.
Yeah.
That game had
It
some
was
great
a-
characters.
It was a slog in parts, but it was overall very, very fun.
Yeah.
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 I am glad I got to see Sheena and Callisto U and Kay and Paliano, all big, and Lang obviously. I loved all of them. Very cool. And now Lang and Edgeworth and Phoenix have to go home together, and that's
Yes.
that.
I didn't agree to this.
You did, just Ross wasn't there at the time.
No, my voice actress!
How could you
Betrayed.
abandon me in my time of need?
Sick.
Oh, thank you guys.
Yes, thank you too for joining me. It was a lot of fun. And thank you everyone for watching. See you on the next series.
Bye.